Hello, Taurus, my dear bovines. How are you? Welcome to your 2020 release and receive reading. So, this is all about what you're releasing and what you're receiving for the upcoming year. And I'm going to give it all out to you with me, Cindy. If I didn't say that, sorry for anyone who's new to the channel. And if you're not new to the channel, you're probably used to me shuffling on camera and the cards coming out and I read as I go. I'm not doing it for these ones because there's a lot of cards and I kind of needed the time to put them down and look at them, and I really needed that with yours. This one was not so straightforward. It's taken me a while and I'm still pulling in messages, and we'll kind of receive that together here, I think, a lot of it. So yeah, this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Now, what I'm asking is what you're releasing. What is it? And then I ask why. And then I ask, what are the energies surrounding that? And then I do the same thing for the receive, for what it is you're receiving. And so yeah, interesting, Taurus. What we have here, 2 oracle cards. You have the dragon and you have the goddess of the moon. This is your release. So what we're focusing on right now is what you're releasing, Taurus. What you're releasing going into 2020 and into 2020. So you are releasing, this dragon this is the one that has really thrown me off. I've had a lot of trouble kind of figuring out what this is that you're releasing here. This is Spirit. Now, all of these cards, I don't want to show you one. I don't want to show you the other one you have. Okay, so here's another card from the same deck. This is the all-chemical symbol for fire. Fire, Aries, Leo, Taurus energy, right? So this is Spirit, though. This is Spirit. And this card, for me, in this deck, this is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. This card, for me, is like the Eye of God. It's a very powerful card. And it surprised the crap out of me that it came out from what you're releasing. So I'm thinking, okay, let's see what comes out in the Energy Oracle card. It might help to explain the dragon. So this is your Energy Oracle card, the Goddess of the Moon. What I'm getting here is you are releasing, I want to actually almost say, releasing it to the universe. You're releasing something here to the universe. And I see it a bit in the tarot cards that come in after for the why. Why is this being released? But it's going to be different for many of you. This is going to be one of those readings. It's general. So it's not specific. So, you know, if you want to put in the comments, does this mean I'm supposed to stay with my boyfriend? Or I don't know. Even if I gave you a personal reading, you're the only one that can really make that choice. That's the thing. Only us can make us choices, right? Yeah, I got to make my choice. You got to make yours. So that's why I think it's generally, this reading I think is going to be about the energies. Like something like Aquarius was very, very specific, where they are leaving like a caring connection and then love is coming in. So it was kind of interesting. This is not so specific like that. Now, I think that you were releasing it to the universe. You, if you've been like holding on to the idea that God was guiding you, that the universe is guiding you, I feel like you're releasing that and you're about to take more charge in your life, but in an interesting way. We'll see that in the receive, but in an interesting way. So you're releasing this. I am releasing any concept I had of God, of the all-seeing eye, of the universe controlling my life, because I can't figure this shit out. I just feel like it's like, I can't figure it. I'm releasing that. I am releasing the shit that I can't figure out. I'm releasing, allowing myself to feel only guided, which is good. It's good. It kind of tells me coming out of a more stationary energy. Because come on, Taurus. You know, you're talking to an Aries here who likes to take leaps of faith all the time and just keep busy and do stuff. I know sometimes it can be like, I need to think about this for a couple weeks, couple months, couple years, couple decades. Then I'll make a choice. I feel like, you know, sometimes part of that, I'm kind of getting to know the different signs when I do these readings. And this is interesting. I'm feeling like part of that is, well, you know what? I know what's meant for me will come to me. The universe will bring it. God will bring it. If it's meant to me, there it is. Yes, but I feel like you're starting to get the idea that we need to also participate. We need to participate. So you got to go out there and find the things. You got to go out there and find the options. Like really just giving that up. Giving that, I'm gonna, you're giving that up. You're like, universe, God, bye-bye. Some of you may even be kind of pulling away from more spiritual explorations, from trying to understand spirit in the universe. I'm like, I'm going to go out and have a three-dimensional life. I'm going to go and do that. That's what I want to do. I want to take some control in that. I don't feel any control in my spiritual journey or allowing the universe just to deliver me there. I don't feel that. I kind of like that. I appreciate that. It takes a big man or woman to do that. Now, the why. You got a lot of tarot cards for the why. You got one from one deck. I'm using two decks, the Tarot de la Nuit and the Shadowscape Tarot. The Tarot de la Nuit, you got one card. So you got the Emperor here. This is why. No, I like it. When he came out, I'm like, now I'm starting to understand this dragon and the goddess of the moon. Why you're releasing that. Because it's about taking control in your life. That's what the Emperor does. The Emperor runs the Emperor's life, man. It's my life. I'm going to run it the way I want to run it. And nobody's going to stop me. You know, that can be a little bit Taurus too. But the Emperor takes action. The Emperor, so you're going to be taking action. That's why. Running your life. Owning your life. And then the Shadowscape Tarot, we got three cards here. You got the Six of Wands, the Devil, and the Four of Cups. The Six of Wands, the Devil, and the Four of Cups. Interesting combination. You have two major arcana in your tarot for the release. So this feels like a fairly significant cycle change for you. And it's interesting, like the Devil and the Emperor together. The Emperor doesn't engage in devilish energies. I'm not, no. I'm in control. I understand my worth. I understand what I want to accomplish. And I go and I take action to do that. I'm not overthinking this crap. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the action and do it. If that situation or person is not interested in what I have to offer, I'm going to move on to what is for me. I'm going to go find it. I'm not waiting for the universe to deliver it. Where the Devil can be about self-imposed imprisonment. This card specifically is like really feeling trapped, overthinking, toxic thinking, toxic relationships, toxic energy. So with the Six of Wands and the Four of Cups on either side of the Devil card, and almost trumped by the Emperor as it comes out, is finding victory. Finding victory in owning your life again and taking control of your destiny, because you can do that. You know, we always talk about it's written in the stars for you. It's a soulmate. It's meant to come to you. Yes, but if you just sit, like let's imagine if you just sit in your house all the time and you never go out, that soulmate's not going to have a chance to find you. That soulmate's calling me and other tarot readers, where's my person? I'm like, well, they're on a journey. They're still in the Four of Pentacles. They haven't moved. They're Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups. And yeah, you're Four of Cups. You do have the Four of Cups here. It's so funny. I know it's really itchy in this reading. I might be finally getting it on point for you. So the Four of Cups here. But this Four of Cups for me is really about starting to look within. Self-reflecting here. This person is really looking at their reflection, allowing other things to go away. Things that might have been disappointments or sad about, allowing that to float away, to take the time to self-reflect. Get rid of that Devil and self-reflect. Because the Devil energy is within us. And you can say that God is divine and the Devil. They both start with D. So it's how you release it. It's how you perceive it. If right now your connection with the universe and God and that energy, if you're angry at it, it's, you know what? Then release it. Release it and take control and self-reflect. It sounds pretty good. Now, the energies surrounding this release, your masculine energies surrounding this release are quite interesting. You have love and you have inquiry. I feel like with this card, Taurus, Eros is really serious about the love, man. Look at this guy. He's intense. He's like, I am coming for you, baby. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's pretty serious. He's got wings and all. Like, he's being delivered from heaven. But you're kind of pushing that away. Actually, I don't think you're pushing the heavenly stuff away. I think you're just pushing the whole idea of the universe guiding you and wanting to take control on where you're going and what you want to do. So I think this is like love for thyself. I keep talking like that lately in these readings. It's like I'm becoming biblical. Love for thyself. To have and bequoth. Okay. Bequoth. Come on, right. An Apollo inquiry. It is almost like looking within. You want to explore within yourself. You know, that really comes out with this Four of Cups here, with looking into the reflection. Want to explore within yourself and what it is that you love about self. And then from that, expanding and opening up to possibilities, which you do in the receiving. When we get there, you do in the receiving, very much so. So that's the masculine energy. You want to ask. You want to ask. You don't want to wait for the universe just to deliver it anymore. You want to ask. You don't want to wait for that cycle, right? Like, she's the goddess of the moon. It's all about cycle changes, what you know and what you don't know. You know, cloudy thinking, trying to make it clear. Nah. I'm going out there and I'm going to inquire. I'm going to find out. I'm going to seek. I'm going to find out what's for me. And then, this is very interesting. The feminine energy that you had come out, you had two again. So you had the future and radical acceptance. The future is really about seeking beyond where you are now on a very different level. Not looking at where you are, almost seeing the future, but not basing it on where you are now. Like imagining possibilities way beyond where you are at this time. And the radical acceptance is seeing the truth in everything. Understanding all the different sides to every story and realizing that there is truth in everybody's story. Even if it doesn't agree with your story, that person's truth is based on their perspective and it's still their truth. And holding strong to that. And really, like, that is a very open-minded type of thought. Very open-minded. Kind of exciting. Yeah, it's kind of exciting. It's like I'm taking my power. I'm taking my power back from who I feel I've given it to in the universal energies, and I'm taking it back, but I'm doing it in a way that I understand that their truth and my truth may not feel like the same thing, but yet theirs is real to them and mine is real to me, and I can see my future beyond my space right now. It's pretty cool energy. So, what are you receiving? Well, you are receiving the cutest little bumblebee that ever did exist. Not really, but it is a little bumblebee. It is air energy. So it's beautiful, intuitive, thought-provoking. It's very creative. I feel like you're going to open up very creative aspects of yourself in your journey in 2020. And you're going to feel like the focus of attention many, many times in this creative journey that you're going to take yourself on. You are going to feel like you are the focus of attention. And you're going to do things that seemed impossible before, which is why I think that links in with this future card. Like imagining possibilities for yourself, but they go way beyond like where you are now. Like where you are now isn't even a foundation for some of these future things that you think for yourself. You're not even thinking about how to get there. You just see in the future. Because I always like to talk about the little bumblebee. So, scientists will tell you that bumblebees technically shouldn't be able to fly. They can't fly. It's aerodynamically impossible. The thing is, bumblebee does it because they don't understand English or French or German or Spanish or whatever language the scientists are speaking in. So they just hear, they don't hear, you shouldn't be able to fly. How are you doing that? Because if they did hear that, they're like, oh, I didn't know I couldn't fly. Oh, shoot. And then they start trying. And it's like, I can't fly. I'm too fat and fluffy for these wings, which is true. They're just too darn fat and fluffy to really fly. Scientists can't reproduce. It can't be done. So that's what I mean you're going to do. You're going to do things on a very creative level that you wouldn't have thought you could have done before. And other people will be very surprised, which will kind of make you the center of attention in some situations here. Because you're going to do things that it's like, wow, I can't believe you did that. That's amazing. I didn't think anyone could have done it like that. So yeah, I like that. Like pushing away, you know, whatever feels like God or the universe thinks I should be doing, and I'm going to start doing my thing. That's what God and the universe wants you to do. Your thing, right? As long as nobody tells you you can't do it, you can do it. And you're pretty stubborn in a good way. If someone tries to tell you you can't do it, you can just like tune them out. What? Did you say something? I didn't hear that. Then, so you get the B card, and then your energy oracle card is woman holding a heart. This is interesting, Taurus. This came out in exactly the same position for Aquarius. Interesting. Maybe some Taurus and Aquarians coming together. Now, this is a very dynamic and eccentric. Let's call it a very dynamic and eccentric sort of energy. So this is not a typical, I want to say this is not a typical love. This is also spurred through, this is like, it's kind of clarifying this B energy here. So what you're receiving, I feel like you're going to be receiving a lot of love, a lot of affection, a lot of love for self, but it is just going to be really focused on a very, very creative aspect of who you are and becoming the center of attention. Like you might be getting attention where you didn't anticipate getting attention before. You may not even notice it. Look at how this is sitting. It's like boop, 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 flying away from this attention, not realizing, oh, I had a bunch of fans back there. I'm sorry, I gotta keep going. I'm flying. It's really fun. It's nice. It's fun energy. And isn't it kind of cool that the masculine energy on this side supporting the release is love? And it's not a feminine, but it is a feminine energy card. It is an energy oracle card. It is feminine energy as it's depicted here. Is holding a heart. So you may find a connection in 2020. Now, so why? The two tarot cards. Why? Why are you receiving this? Oh, that's funny. I just saw that now. Tarot de Lune and Wheat, we got the Four of Cups. Interesting. I'm like, that's interesting. You're receiving that because you were not anticipating some sort of offer. Well, that could have been it too, because the bee's not looking. The bee's not looking. But I'm getting, because now I'm looking at here, you had the Four of Cups on the other side, but with a different deck. The self-reflection. This is why you're releasing. To self-reflect, to look within. So I think it's a little, oh yeah. Actually, she's looking at herself really differently here. There is water here. There is a potential for reflection. But also, this is a funny Four of Cups. It's almost like the Hanged Man. Like looking at everything like upside down and getting a whole new perspective. There's going to be a very new perspective for you in 2020. And it also might be too like an offer that you don't see coming. And it could really surprise you because the Tower card is the next one. The Tower card is the next one. So a huge shakeup in who you are and what you're doing and how you're doing it. But it feels like it's going to be very creative energy that starts to flow in for you. Very creative, dynamic, almost impossible. How are you doing that energy, which is awesome. So the masculine energy that is surrounding this receiving are two very strong cards. You got a Raw Power and Hades Death. I think it's interesting to get this Death card with a Tower also. There's a dramatic ending in something to open up a new cycle for you. But it's funny because it's not showing up as part of the release. The release is something else. I feel like this Tower moment and this death, it's almost like a secondary cycle in 2020 for you. There's a cycle change here with releasing this, you know, just allowing the universe to control my life. I'm going to take control. I'm going to really start doing what I want. That's a cycle change in itself. And then in the receiving, you're going to receive at least more than one, I want to say significant cycle change in your life. And whatever ends here gives you a lot of power, a lot of self-empowerment again, which is what you were looking for, right? Which is what you were looking for in the release. So you're going to be getting that also. And then the feminine energy that is surrounding the receiving of this is compassion. You know, I like it because there's so much action involved with your release and receive, that this is such a calm, gentle, nurturing energy. The compassion. Compassion for yourself. Compassion for all others in the situations that you're dealing with. Like really being a very heartfelt, wonderful energy. I feel like what you're releasing, because the devil is involved with what you're releasing here, you release that and it opens up the gates for who you really are, your vibrational energy to really be what you want it to be, not what you think the universe wants it to be, to finally be what you think, what you want it to be, right? So there you go, Taurus. It's quite interesting. You are moving towards in 2020, a very creative, dynamic, almost attention-seeking energy, but you're not really seeking the attention, but what you're doing will create situations where you are the attention. Now, the last card, we all have to thank Aquarius, because they had a very hard reading, the first one I did, and it ended well, but it was like, you know what, they need something more. So I decided to add a Journey of Love Oracle deck, so now everyone gets one at the end. So your Journey of Love Oracle deck is, what is that? Oh, Falling. Yeah, Falling, number 14. So let's see what your last message is in this reading as you prepare to release and receive for 2020. Falling. This oracle contains a message for you. You're being called closer into divine union and into the fulfillment of your destiny now. It's safe for you to trust what is happening. Go with it. It might seem like you're being asked to take a leap of faith. I kind of like that because the tower is a little bit like that. You got to jump off that tower and just go for it, or you're just going to crumple down. You're going to be buried in the rubble. Jump. It's now safe for you to trust what is happening. Go with it. It might seem like you are being asked to take a leap of faith. It's the right timing for that. It's your time to give yourself in love without holding back anything of yourself. That's beautiful. And it also reminds me of the little bee card, that leap of faith. Nobody's told me that I can't fly like this, so I'm going to fly like this, right? Yeah. Nobody's told you you can't live like this, so you're going to live like this. You're going to do this. And there you go, Taurus. It took me a while. Like, it's not a real long reading, but if you were here for the shuffling, pulling out the cards, and then trying to figure out the message with the dragon and the goddess of the moon, it took me a while to put this together, but it's a really nice creative energy coming towards you for 2020. Okay, guys, thank you so much for letting me do this reading. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.